That's when it finally hit him. This wasn't just one bad shift. This was something much deeper. He had focused so much on growing the business, adding new locations, meeting with investors, planning the future that he stopped seeing what was happening right in front of him. His team wasn't just tired. They felt invisible. And now, that feeling had taken over the entire place. Marcus had always believed that people mattered more than anything. He started as a dishwasher when he was 16. He knew how hard the job could be. But somewhere along the way, he'd lost that connection. The numbers looked good on paper. But inside his stores, things were falling apart. He couldn't fix this with a quick email or a new rule. His team didn't need more policies, they needed someone to care. And now Marcus understood what he had to do. It was time to stop hiding in the office and start leading from the floor. The next morning, Jamal Rivers showed up before sunrise. This time, he wasn't wearing a suit. He wore jeans, an old t-shirt, and an apron just like the rest of the crew. He didn't call a meeting. He just walked to the back, grabbed a mop, and started cleaning the floor. First. No one knew what to say. The team stared in silence as the man who owned the whole chain of restaurants scrubbed the floor with his own hands. Was this some kind of joke? But Jamal wasn't joking. He worked through the morning rush, taking orders, delivering food, even washing dishes. When a new worker got overwhelmed, Jamal stepped in and helped without a word. Little by little, the mood started to change. People looked at him differently. They smiled more. They worked faster. They felt seen. By lunch, Jamal gathered the team and spoke from the heart. He apologized not just for missing what they were going through, but for forgetting what it felt like to stand in their shoes. "I can't fix everything in one day," he said, "but I'm here, with you, and I'm not leaving the floor again." The room went silent. Then, someone started clapping. After that day, Jamal didn't just talk, he acted. He met with every worker, asking what they needed and how he could help. Jamal raised wages, fixed the schedules to stop long, tiring shifts, and made sure no one felt ignored anymore. He started visiting the restaurants regularly, not as a CEO, but as a teammate. Jamal helped carry trays during busy times, cleared tables, and listened to stories and complaints. His team noticed he really cared. Even Megan, who'd been cold and angry before, began to open up. One afternoon, after a long shift, she said quietly, "I didn't know you cared, Jamal. I was just tired of being ignored." Jamal smiled and said, "I understand. That won't happen again." Slowly, the restaurant began to feel alive again. The staff laughed together, helped each other, and treated customers with more warmth. The customers noticed too. They started coming back more often. Jamal learned something important. Leadership isn't about sitting behind a desk or making big decisions alone. It's about listening, caring, and being part of the team. For the first time in a long time, Jamal felt proud not because of profits, but because of the people who made the business work. Jamal knew fixing things wouldn't happen overnight. He needed to rebuild trust with his team, and that meant more than just words. He started holding regular meetings where everyone could speak freely. No more hiding problems or feeling ignored. He asked questions like, "What can we do better?" and "How can I support you?" Slowly, employees began to share their true feelings. They talked about their struggles, their ideas, and what made them feel appreciated. Jamal didn't just listen, he acted. When workers asked for better breaks or more training, he made it happen. He even set up a system where anyone could give feedback anytime without fear. Customers noticed the difference too. Smiles returned, and the energy in the restaurant felt alive again. Jamal made it clear that everyone mattered, from the dishwasher to the manager. It wasn't easy. There were still tough days, but Jamal stayed committed. He understood that trust takes time. After weeks of hard work, Jamal saw real changes happening. The staff was smiling more, helping each other and working like a team again. Even Megan, who had been so tough at first, started to warm up. One day, she came up to Jamal after her shift and said, "I didn't think you cared, but now I see you do. Thanks for listening." That small moment meant everything to Jamal. He realized leadership wasn't about giving orders from an office. It was about being there for your people, understanding their struggles, and helping them grow. The restaurant wasn't perfect yet, but it was on its way. Customers were happier, and employees felt proud of their work. Jamal promised himself he would never lose sight of the team again. He kept visiting the restaurants regularly, working alongside the staff, and making sure everyone felt valued. This was more than a job now. It was a family. Jamal knew there would be challenges ahead, but he was ready. Together, they would build a place where everyone belonged and thrived. Jamal knew that fixing things once wasn't enough. The changes had to last. So, he set up a new plan to keep the restaurant strong for the long run. He created a system where employees could share their ideas and problems openly. No more feeling ignored or invisible. Everyone's voice mattered now. He also made sure that rewards weren't just about money. Sometimes, a simple thank you or a shout-out during meetings made a huge difference. Jamal spent time coaching his managers to lead with respect and kindness, not just rules. Even though business was growing, Jamal stayed close to the team. He showed up every week, helping out during busy hours and listening to how people really felt. This made the staff trust him more and work harder. Slowly but surely, the restaurant's mood changed. Customers noticed the difference too. They felt welcome and cared for. Jamal's biggest lesson was clear. A business isn't just about numbers. It's about people. And as long as Jamal was there, he would never let his team forget that. Jamal walked through the restaurant one last time that day, watching customers frown and staff shuffle around tired and without energy. He felt a heavy weight in his chest. He had been so focused on growing the business and making money that he forgot the most important part, the people who made it all work. His employees felt invisible, and that made everything worse. This was the hardest lesson Jamal ever learned as a leader. It wasn't about profits or new stores. It was about making sure his team felt seen and valued every single day. He knew from now on, he could not just hide behind numbers or meetings. He had to be part of the solution, close to the people. Jamal promised himself that he would never let his team feel this way again. The next morning, Jamal called an all-staff meeting. The employees were unsure at first when he walked in wearing a hoodie, looking just like any other worker. They didn't recognize him right away, and that was exactly how Jamal wanted it. He stood in front of them and spoke honestly. "I've been part of this company for years, but I failed you. I've let you down. You are the backbone of this business, and I've been too far away to see how hard you're working and how much you're struggling." There was silence. Then, slowly, a young woman raised her hand. "Why should we believe you? What's different now?" she asked. Jamal sighed but kept his voice steady. "I know I've been blind, but I'm ready to fix this. I want to hear from all of you. What do you need to feel appreciated and respected?"